What if your NFL dream began with whispers of your replacement? That's the tough reality, staring down not one but two rookie quarterbacks in Cleveland. Just months after Shedeur Sanders and Dillon Gabriel were drafted into the league, a stunning twist is casting shadows over their futures. Forget the celebration. Forget the jerseys flying off the shelves. Some insiders already believe their time in the Browns' spotlight might be fleeting. And the reason why? It lies not in their performance, but in the storm brewing for the 2026 draft. If you thought the Browns had found their future, think again. This story goes deep into projections, power moves, and a quarterback carousel that might spin out of control. Buckle up, because what's coming next could shake the very foundation of Cleveland's quarterback room. The 2025 NFL Draft brought with it renewed hope for the Cleveland Browns and their loyal fans. It was a moment of reinvention, a strategy to reshape their quarterback future. With their third-round selection, the Browns chose Dillon Gabriel, a dynamic and proven star from Oregon who had dazzled with his arm strength and on-field poise. But the Browns weren't finished. In the fifth round, they pulled a headline-grabbing move by drafting Shedeur Sanders, the gifted quarterback from Colorado and the son of NFL icon Deion Sanders. With that 1-2 punch, Cleveland seemed to be stacking talent, preparing to groom one of these rookies into the face of their franchise for years to come. Fast forward just a short while, and there's already a storm cloud hanging over the future of both quarterbacks. Despite their talent and pedigree, serious doubts are being raised. Are they truly capable of becoming Cleveland's long-term answer at quarterback? That question is no longer hypothetical. It's rapidly becoming a central storyline for the Browns' front office. And the answer may not be favorable to Gabriel or Sanders. Looking ahead, Cleveland is positioned to have at least one high pick in the 2026 NFL Draft. In fact, due to a high-profile trade involving Travis Hunter, the Browns could be sitting on two valuable first-round selections. That's right, two chances to grab a top-tier prospect in a draft class that's already being labeled as loaded with quarterback talent. It's the kind of draft scenario that keeps general managers up at night and gets fans dreaming about the next big thing. And one man who knows this landscape all too well, Browns insider Tony Grossi, has already sounded the alarm. According to Grossi, the 2026 quarterback class is expected to include multiple signal callers who are projected to be significantly better than both Gabriel and Sanders. In his words, the 2026 draft will have multiple quarterbacks graded much higher than Gabriel and Sanders. With two first-round picks at their disposal, the Browns will have the means to select one of them. I just can't see the Browns allowing the 2026 quarterback draft to pass them by, no matter what Gabriel and Sanders are able to accomplish this season. It's a powerful statement that paints a sobering picture. Even if Gabriel or Sanders performs well, it may not be enough to lock in their role as Cleveland's quarterback of the future. This kind of projection is undeniably troubling for both rookies. It sends a clear message. Unless one of them breaks out in a big way and silences all doubters with elite play, the Browns could be ready to hit the reset button once again. And that's especially true if they end up with a top 10 pick, which would give them access to some of the biggest quarterback names on the horizon. Right now, the 2026 quarterback class looks stacked with high upside names. If we're talking about prospects like Drew Allar, Cade Klubnik, Arch Manning, Garrett Nussmeier, Lenora Sellers, and Sam Leavitt. These aren't just good quarterbacks, they're potential franchise leaders with the kind of traits scouts drool over. That means competition is only going to get tougher, and the bar for success is about to be raised to unprecedented heights. General Manager Andrew Berry and the Browns front office are on a mission. They're not just looking for a decent starter, they want their version of Patrick Mahomes or Joe Burrow. They want the kind of quarterback who can not only win games, but define an era. That might be Gabriel, it might be Sanders. But right now the clock is ticking, and the spotlight has never been hotter. There's still a chance for either of these rookies to prove they belong. If one of them steps onto the field this season and takes over with confidence, accuracy, and leadership, then everything could change. One great season could rewrite the narrative and force the Browns to abandon their 2026 quarterback dreams. But the flip side is just as real. If neither player shows enough growth, Cleveland may not hesitate to look elsewhere again. It's a delicate balancing act between patience and pressure. For Gabriel and Sanders, the stakes couldn't be higher. They're not just competing with each other, they're competing with the future. A future that could be written before they even have a chance to grab the pen. The Browns' quarterback room is buzzing with potential, but it's also shaking with uncertainty. Shedeur Sanders and Dillon Gabriel are fighting for more than a starting job. They're fighting for belief, for time, for a future in Cleveland. Will they rise up and seize their moment, or will the lure of the 2026 quarterback class rewrite the story before it's even begun? Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure: every snap, every throw, every game matters now more than ever.